So guys, PTTP is here in Suffolk today, near Ipswich. I can't remember exactly what it's called here, but we're heading up to Suffolk Constabulary headquarters. And yeah, so we've got some police vehicles and that parked here. I'm not really sure what this one is. There is a sign here that says no public access beyond this point. The Suffolk Constabulary Police Headquarters main reception is that way, and Police Investigation Centre and Custody Reception is also up that way, up Portal Avenue, which is this road here. So there are signs here saying that it's a private road, but it doesn't say no unauthorised access or anything like that. So as you follow the path around, you come to this bit where you've got the Police Investigation Centre here on the left, which goes up over that way. And then to the right, you've got the headquarters over this way, and it's Martlesham Heath is where it's at. So yeah, it's quite a big area, quite a big site. Got a marked vehicle down there. Got a couple of marked vehicles down there actually. Got one parked up on the right facing towards me, and then you've got one on the left there as well, parked up, which looks like a dog unit on the back of the rear window there. There's a sign saying that carries dogs, so you've got a dog unit there. So yeah, it's quite an open site here. I think I'm pretty much going to be able to walk around quite freely. I am keeping eyes out for signs that say no unauthorised access. I haven't seen any thus far. So I'm going to try and find where to keep all the marked vehicles if I can. We've got a Police Federation office, Transport Services, Traffic Unit, Procurement, Stores and Printing. We've got this big mobile sort of vehicle here with a massive trailer on the back of that.
Oh, hi there, you alright?
Pardon?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
Okay, yeah, good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Sorry, do you know what this vehicle is? This one with the big trailer on the back of it?
Oh, I do.
No worries. All right, cheers then. Oh, you didn't know what that one was. Obviously, it's got a charging point there to charge any gear in that's in it. They've got the fueling pumps and that here as well. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That is gonna take some work. Ouch. Whoever's fixing that's gonna have some skill. I mean, surely that's just a write-off. Wow. I mean, that has taken some impact. Damn. You see the windscreen and everything's all smashed up. Airbags have gone off. Blimey. I feel bad for whoever was driving this vehicle. That is not nice. Not nice at all. That radiator in there's all crumpled up. I bet that engine's just absolutely trashed. Wow. So this is the workshop area here, guys. So I'm not going to go into their workshop, but yeah, must have some damn good mechanics here. So yeah, it just looks like a normal workshop, really. None of these vehicles seem to be quite as trashed as the one out here, luckily. Wow. So I've been seen walking around by a few different people here and there now. And apart from the one chap who just asked if I'm alright, I've not had any other issues. So it's a bit bizarre, really, because that's where I was when I first came. It's the other side of that fencing down there. And these are the first two vehicles that I saw. But why fence it off down that end if you can just walk in and walk around? It seems rather pointless, to be honest. It's got another dog unit down this way. Yeah.
You're right, fella.
Not bad, thank you. How are you?
Just checking what you're doing.
Pardon?
Just checking what you're doing.
Having a look around. Cool.
Does anybody know you're here?
Pardon?
Does anybody know you're here, matey?
You know.
Yeah, I know, but
There
did
you
you
go.
just check in? It's just that
Pardon?
it's police premises and
Yeah,
it's
sorry, I
all
was going to
private
keep you
round
distance. Sorry,
here.
it's just I can hear you from here. That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? Sorry.
Does anybody know if you checked into the reception, just let them know what you're doing?
No, I'm not going in any buildings or anything.
No, I know, but you're walking around, aren't you? And we're concerned.
Yeah.
Well, for you as well, see what you're doing.
Oh, you don't need to be concerned for me. I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah. Obviously, it's just no different than walking around
Yeah, but I
a
think
street
it's
or a
private
normal
all
car
round
park.
here, hun.
Pardon?
It's all private round here.
There's nothing like restricting
You know.
any access. There's no signage or anything saying like authorised access only. I've been keeping an eye out for any signs. I'm not going anywhere that
No,
that any
appreciate
signage
that,
says
but
I'm not
we've
allowed
got
to
just
go.
We've also just got to make sure if there's people
Oh,
that
here
are
we go. See?
walking around.
Here's a car. See, this is what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
can
no,
look after
brilliant.
myself. If a car
It's a bit
comes, I know
run
how
over,
to
You
move.
normally find that it hurts you.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, you don't like to
You know?
do that too
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I'm alright. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, so you're from around this way, are you?
No.
You're not?
No, just travelling around and thought I'd come and have a look. And
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, you're sort of on holiday of some sort, or you just sort
I just
of checking out Norfolk and Suffolk?
yeah, pretty much just taking some time out and just riding around. I've got motorbikes, so just ride around and stop at places that I find interesting. And so we've got a police headquarters here, so I thought, oh, I'll come have a look.
Right.
What's happened to that car? Obviously, it's been in an accident, but
Yeah.
I mean, your mechanic's going to have to be very skilled to fix that one.
Yeah, I think you're going to need a little bit more than a little bit of...
It's going to be, yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a bit more than a lick of paint, that one, isn't it?
Okay.
But yeah.
Rightio. Do you go around many police stations? And that?
Go all over the country doing all sorts.
Do you?
Yeah, all sorts of different places.
Oh, right. So what do you do then when you've done it? Because if people that go around to different places and take photographs of, like, because they want fire engines and things like that.
Yeah. So I've
Is that
literally
sort of what you do?
that's all I'm doing is walking around, finding different marked vehicles. So I see, obviously, you've got the dark blue one over there. You've got a grey silver van there. You've got that big thing. Can anybody tell me what that unit is with a big trailer on the back of it? Like that one.
Vico Euro cargo.
So what?
It's not a Vico Euro cargo.
What's that do?
It's a lorry.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what do you use it for? Because it's not one I've seen before. That's all. It's just very interesting. So you know.
It's like an office on the back.
Is it? So it's just like a portable portable police station almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, because I've seen one that says portable police station on the back of it before. But obviously that one doesn't say that, so I was just like, is it? Isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. Have you got a YouTube channel then? Is that what?
Pardon?
Do you put your stuff on YouTube as well?
Sometimes it
You're a
depends.
fan of DJ audits, are you, and all that?
Yeah, DJ Orders, he's right. Yeah, not bad.
Your drone as well.
Pardon?
Your drone as well.
Yeah, I've got a drone. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
Are you
probably
gonna use it?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably get a drone up over at some point. Yeah, once I've had a walk around and that, and had a look around at your marked vehicles, I'll probably get a drone over. So like I said, it's a huge site,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's because you've got this bit area, so to come up through the car park and that. seen your marked vehicles and that. And then yeah, so we've got the drone will just give me a really good aerial shot of like the whole thing. So you've got the pick over that way as well. So with the drone from a good vantage point, I'll probably be able to get like the whole site in one shot and then do like a few sweep shots and stuff. Have some fun. Yeah.
Good.
So where's your bike parked in the car park somewhere?
No, I haven't parked here. Oh,
I won't tell you where his bike is.
no, that would be silly, wouldn't it?
Don't do that.
No.
You don't need to know that.
You've watched a few of these videos, haven't you?
What's your first name, buddy?
Pardon?
What's your first name?
I don't give out any names, I'm afraid, buddy.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to ask you to leave the site, though.
Okay.
Because this is a secure area in terms of vehicles that we have,
Right.
capabilities that we have, so you can't be around here. So I'm going to ask you to leave, please, bud.
Okay.
We've got lots of things to be doing.
I thought this was going rather nicely, and now you're just coming out
No,
with
these guys have a
this.
nice chat with you, but
Yeah.
I've got work to do. These guys have got work to do.
That's fine. You
And
crack
I'm
on.
totally stood here with you. So
From
I'm
what?
very politely asking you
Okay.
to leave.
From the conversation that we've had, right? Well, you haven't. This is the first thing that you've actually said, but from the conversation I've had with these two, do you feel like I'm any sort of threat? I'm here for any nefarious purpose,
No,
or I'm
the area
any
that you're in
danger?
At the moment is where we park our armed response vehicles
Uh-huh.
and our traffic cars, and that doesn't need to be going on the internet and onto YouTube. So I am going to ask you to leave.
So what if I just stand out by the entrance with them all coming in and out
That's fine,
instead?
that's not an issue.
But then I'm still getting the same
No,
vehicles,
because
aren't
you're
I?
still in a secure area, and I don't want to leave.
Well, if
you
it's
wandering
secure, then
around
secure
here.
it then, isn't it?
Well,
I'm sorry, but if you're going to be an
what I need
asshole,
what
then
I
you're going to
need
get the
to ask-
asshole side of me. I was being very nice to
Me
these
asking you
two.
to leave, that is that secure part of that area.
Yep.
Well, it's not
You're
though.
in the police headquarters. I'm asking you to leave our site.
It's not very secure though, is it? If you're saying it's a secure
I
area,
agree with you.
secure it.
However, that is then me coming out as a police officer, dealing with you and asking you to
Okay.
leave.
Who are you, sorry?
PC 1823 Perrier.
1823 Perrier.
Yes.
And you're based here, are you, at
Yes, I am.
headquarters? Okay. And if I politely refuse to leave, what's the next step?
The next thing will probably be to force you to leave.
In what way?
Prevent a breach of the peace or other powers that I might consider utilising.
How am I breaching the peace? What requirement am I meeting of breach of
At
the
the
peace?
moment, as I've explained to you,
Uh-huh.
and as I've politely asked you to do, you're in a secure area of a police station
Mm-hmm.
that you cannot be in.
And how does that specifically relate to breach of the peace? Because there are certain requirements for you
There
to
are,
utilise
yes,
breach of the
you're
peace.
correct. And
So
at the
what part of that relates to a breach of the peace?
I'm not going to talk law.
Exactly. No, exactly. Because you
but
don't
where
have the requirement to use that
All
power.
I ask you to do is to leave.
Exactly.
Okay?
So
because
I'm
you're
saying-
disrupting our
so
local
so
activities
you're
is
saying
what
if
we're
I
doing.
politely refuse, so then I'm civilly trespassing.
Yeah.
You're going to make up a power to use.
That's not
To
what I
that's
said.
what you said. You said you're going to
didn't.
use breach of the peace or whatever else you can. So you're just going to try and find.
Powers I consider to use is what I said.
Yeah. And what other powers can you use for a civil trespass?
I'm not here for a test, mate. I'm just asking you. To
No,
leave.
exactly,
I've
because
got other
because
work
you
to do.
don't have
I've got
any
other important
powers
things
under
to do
civil
than dealing with
trespass, do you? You don't have any powers under civil trespass.
Stop trying to catch him out. Just out of being
Just-
decent.
I
do what I
know.
asked you to
I'm not
do.
trying to catch
We've
him
all
out,
got
but if he's
work
going
to
to
do.
throw around
Yeah,
legislation, then go do your
We've
work.
all
I'm
got-
sorry, but you've been very polite, and
No,
I'm not
because
trying to be
we're
rude
all
Yeah,
to
but at the
you.
moment, I can't do that
shouldn't
because
be
you're
here.
here.
Well, you
That's the issue.
can.
No, I can't. I can't leave you wandering around this area.
So out of the
responsibility.
6 other people that I walked past, one other person that asked me if I'm okay, and I said, yeah, I'm fine. You seem to be the only person here that has an issue with it.
Well, everybody else has got an issue with it. The only person that's told you that is me.
Well, nobody else has. I mean, everybody
And I-
else.
I-
Everybody else has
I agree
smiled,
with you.
nodded.
I
One
agree
person
with you.
asked if I'm
This
all
site
right.
should be a secure area. You shouldn't just be able to walk in here, and that's an issue that our bosses have needed to sort out for years and years and years.
Right.
For reasons that I don't fully understand, they haven't. Okay, but what I can't allow you to do is to be wandering around in here, looking through the windows, filming what's on the computers, filming our patrol cars, filming what people are doing.
So if
okay?
something's publicly accessible, until you've asked me to
it's
leave.
not, it's a piece of
Well, no,
private land.
let me finish. Until you asked me to leave.
And I have done.
Okay, yeah, and
Twice
let me
now.
finish. Okay, until you asked me to leave, I was not trespassing.
Did I say that you were?
No, exactly. So therefore, if there's no sign saying no unauthorized access, it's fully open. That means the public have right of access.
I'm not going to discuss
Okay,
that with
so
you.
no,
All
let
I need you to
me
do is
finish what I'm
I've asked you
saying.
to do.
Let me finish what I'm saying. So if I go then film inside a window and film something that's on a computer, and I haven't been asked to leave, and I'm not trespassing, the onus is on you to
That's
keep
it.
that information safe, not on a public not to see
The
it.
point is irrelevant, isn't it? I've asked you to leave
Okay,
twice now.
right,
Okay, so that's what I need you to do. Because I've explained to you, I can't do the work that I'm doing
right,
because you're here.
okay. Well, you can.
No, I can't.
You can.
I can't leave you here unsupervised.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
No, it's a you problem
How is it a me problem?
because you're disrupting me and doing what I need to do.
I'm not though, am I?
You are. by
Did
being
I come
here.
and approach
Your
you?
simple presence is enough.
So it's not your job to deal with people trespassing on your site, is what you're saying?
Well, it's everybody's job.
Well, there you go. So I'm
Well,
not
well,
disrupting
that's-
you from doing your job,
well,
am I?
that's
Because
exactly what
this
I've
is
done.
part of your
I've
job
asked you
then,
to
isn't
leave.
it? So I'm not disrupting you from doing your
You are.
work. This is part of your work.
You are, because I'm here dealing with you. At the moment, I'm dealing with somebody who's been chained in the police station who's going to be there longer because I'm dealing with you.
Well, go deal with it. There's somebody
can't
else here,
because
isn't
I'm
there?
just
If you look,
That's the point.
everybody that's allowed to be around here will have some form of this. Some people get visitors tags as
Fair
well.
enough. And who are
know,
you? Sorry,
so
are
that's-
you a constable, are you?
No, I'm not.
No, you're
I
not.
was
Okay, no
many
worries.
moons.
Oh, were
At
you?
this age, are you having a
Oh,
laugh?
I don't know. I've seen
But
constables.
yeah,
of course.
so everybody you'll see, like the gentleman just walked past here, visitors. So just shows that you need to have permission to be round here.
That
honey.
really needs to be better
know.
signposted, and doesn't it,
We'll
or
take that
fenced
on board,
off, or something like that.
what
See,
this officer
see,
has
this is
said
how
is
it's done.
right.
This lady's being very civil, very more courteous, much more polite in her explanation, rather than just being blunt.
I
That's
think
what
the
you are. You're a
officer-
blunt
the officer
instrument.
was
Politely to
nice,
leave,
he
mate.
was nice right at the
But
beginning. But
you weren't. You just came out
know.
straight with a directive.
If you want to go to the main bit, as you said, that bit when you go out, that bit is all public because you get people that go through and there's a footpath that goes down that way. That bit's absolutely fine. So if you want to stand there and take whatever pictures you want,
Okay.
you're more
So,
than welcome.
if I carry on down that end of the site, there's nothing the other side of the site. There's no exit or entrance down that
Yeah,
end
you
of the
need
site.
to go that way and you need to go right
Is
to go
there an
back
entrance
out.
or exit down that end
There
of the
is
site?
nothing there, honey.
There's no entrance
there's
or exit
nothing,
down there. No. Okay.
No,
interesting.
so we just need to make sure that you that you go and you go onto that bit, and then you can stay there for as long as you want.
Okay.
All
Well,
right then.
I mean,
Do you want to come back with me?
I might head that way in a minute. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it's now really.
yeah.
You know, it's got to be now.
Well,
so
why-
I'm quite willing to walk back. I'm quite willing to walk back with you.
Why is it so desperately now? So, see, if she's got the time to walk back with me, she's got the time to supervise me walking
Because I'm
around.
trying to get you back,
Yeah.
and nicely
Mm-hmm.
to get you back off of all this area here. That's all.
I understand that.
I'm trying to.
I understand.
I'm
You're-
trying
you're-
for us to come to a decision.
Yeah, actually, to be
before
fair, you're doing
anything
really
else
well.
goes, you know.
To be honest, you're really good at negotiation
Um,
and
this
stuff
officer
like
is
that.
good as
I mean,
well.
he's not. He's just throwing out
No.
blunt directives like a blunt instrument that he
No,
is.
he was quite. He was nice to you to
I asked
start
what
with.
you
I
know,
did
I
ask
asked you
you.
politely to leave, buddy. Okay, I'm a busy man. I've got lots of things to do.
Well, crack
and me
on.
politely asking you to leave the secure area of the police station, I don't think
Okay.
is a massive ask.
Well, you can politely ask, and I can politely decline.
Just to reiterate a point, earlier when you said there's no sign saying don't come in or anything,
Uh huh.
what way did you walk in?
Just through that way down there.
Around that bend there?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two signs that say private road.
Yes, yeah, there are.
I know they're not legally it says private road.
Yeah, of course.
So it's a private place.
Right.
Yeah. There's also another sign that says all visitors must report to reception. Again, it's not necessarily like a
But-
legal requirement.
yeah, I'm not-
However, if you want
Yeah.
these guys to stick to the rules
Sure.
that are clearly there for reasons, then maybe you should.
If they would want to.
So go and report to reception, get a pass from them, visitors pass. Happy days.
But then see,
Why not follow that simple
because
rule?
the visitors must report to reception will be like, if I'm visiting, say I was coming to have an appointment with this constable.
No, that's not what it says. It
Well-
says all visitors. You're a
Right.
visitor, aren't you? You haven't been invited here. You're a visitor. You're visiting the site.
Yeah.
For
okay,
whatever
fair enough.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to reception, tell them what you're here for, and then if they give you full access, then happy
And
days.
if they do, they'll give you visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
at
that
least
way
when
we
you're
come up
walking
and
around,
The thing
you've
is, to
got
do that,
visitors.
I'd have to surrender my name and details and everything to be able
I
to
don't know
get
what
a
you'd
game
have
now.
to do.
You
You
would. They're not
probably
just
would.
going to give a visitor's pass to somebody who's not willing to.
Probably not,
hand
because
over their
generally in
ID.
life you have to give something to get something. Yeah?
Somewhere.
And at the
some ways.
moment, all you're giving is not a lot, and you're getting a reaction, which is ultimately what you guys want.
Not really. I'd like to. I mean, actually, no. You're right.
Without being rude
no,
about
you're
it.
right. You're right. I do want a reaction.
know you do,
But what I
I know,
want is a
I know.
polite and friendly interaction. The
course
way
you
that we
do.
were talking,
Yeah, I know.
because the way you approached me was
But
very
the polite
friendly.
and
The way you
friendly
approached me was
reaction
very
doesn't-
friendly.
Doesn't go where it
No,
isn't-
exactly, and that's what you're going to get from me.
I know what
When
this
somebody
is.
comes out with "What's your name?" leave the site, and like without
almost
and
you'd
the way
expect
you
that,
said
wouldn't
it was
I asked you what
very
your first name was, so I knew what to call you, sir.
well.
I asked you for your first. I didn't ask you your full
Yeah,
name, so
yeah.
I knew that would be an issue for you.
Yeah.
Because it's not my first rodeo. Okay. But so I could politely refer to you by your name. I asked you what your name
Well,
was.
you refer to me as
I've
sir,
explained
as you
to
should, but
as
that's
I've
fine.
explained to you, I'm a busy man. I've got lots to do. Can't be stood here.
And we
doing
have
this.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, these guys have got driving courses.
We
that
can't
they're
just
doing.
leave you walking around.
As you can appreciate, we can't just leave people walking around.
It's
a
funny that
police station.
we're not-
it's funny that 6 other people did before you guys
Yeah, but
came,
that's-
though, isn't it?
that's down
You
to
know,
them, isn't it?
exactly. You know,
Maybe they should have challenged you.
I
And asked what
dis-
you're doing here and guided you to reception to
I mean-
report as a visitor.
and they could have said, "Hi,
Which is
what are you
what
up
we're
to?" And I
doing.
said, "I'm just here making a video, getting some shots of your vehicles, your marked vehicles and
Yeah.
stuff." Like, I mean,
Go and do that out on the road then.
but then I can't get up close. I can't get the shots that I want because they're
what it is
constantly
is
moving.
You can't get the reaction.
No, I can't get the shots that I want from the main road. I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna get.
Really?
I'm just gonna
Really?
get. I'm just gonna get the drone over instead. You know. and,
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
and fine.
Yeah.
Because you're not here, are you? There's nothing stopping as long as there's no flight restriction and you've got the right size drone and all that malarkey.
Yeah.
Fine. But then that doesn't tie up these guys who have got to serve the public and help people out, and us that are trying to run courses, does it? Because ultimately we're responsible. Suffolk Constabulary is responsible for your welfare while you're on the site, aren't they? If you get knocked over, yes, you're wearing a high-vis motorcycle jacket, but if you get knocked over by a police car that's going out to a emergency job, who do you think is going to get criticised for having not challenged you because you shouldn't be here under these nefarious laws that people say exist and don't exist?
Well,
civilly trespassing and all that malarkey.
That's the thing, isn't it? I think even on a private road, a person walking is responsible for their own safety,
Right,
and
so
the person
somebody's
driving a
private back
car.
garden, do you just have the right to go into it?
No, because that's a dwelling. There's a different level of expectation of privacy in a dwelling, isn't there?
But it's
And
still,
there
it's
is.
still that word private, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
And there's a
but-
reason why. There's why reason why.
But
people keep
it's
things
private, but it's open to the public, isn't it? Because it's a public facility. You provide public services under a
front reception
as a
grant you,
government.
because the sign instructs you to go to the front reception. So follow that procedure, then the rest of this becomes available potentially. If you don't follow that procedure, you're going to get this reaction.
But there's no signage saying that
There
you
is.
can't. No, there's no signage saying
We're not
no
really
unauthorised
getting
access
anywhere.
beyond this point. No, it happens a lot. It ends up a circular
But
conversation.
there is a
You know,
sign
but
saying all visitors must report to reception. So which one should you follow? If you want there to be a sign saying don't do it, and you'd follow that, follow the sign that says do it. Does that make sense?
Not really.
Common sense?
No, I disagree
Because it
with
doesn't
that.
Come
fit with your
on,
narrative.
should we go and have a walk?
Pardon?
Should we go and have a walk?
I want to wait for this constable
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. You just like, I don't.
Why do you want to wait?
I don't. My brother's got a drone, and he's tempted to do this kind of thing. I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's just.
Highly
no,
recommend
because
it. To be honest.
It's about it, you know it's
Yeah.
going to get. The
I know. I'll tell you what.
reaction because that's
Actually,
you're here
I'll
for.
tell you what. Actually, I went up to Bedford headquarters yesterday. Actually, where was it? Yesterday? No, day before, and had like an hour and a half really nice chat with a sergeant and two constables who had absolutely no issue. And I get that you guys have got things to do, and that's fine. If you haven't got the time to, at one point they need to say, look, we're going to have to crack on, but we can see that you're no threat, so crack on. You know where you can and can't go. Anywhere that's gated, anywhere that's locked, don't try and get through it. Fine.
Already where you've been asked not to be. or
Yeah,
told
but
not to
again,
be.
it's nowhere that's locked. It's nowhere that's
Yeah, but
gated
anywhere
or
you've been
fenced
told not
off.
to be or asked to leave is that not the same?
But again,
If we're talking trespassing,
Yeah.
Because even if you go and climb over the fence, is that necessarily a?
if it was entirely fenced off, that would actually be illegal under the Vagrancy Act. But because this isn't an enclosed site, that doesn't apply.
Right.
So there are differences actually. Yeah. So this just becomes an issue of civil trespass right now because I have been asked to leave, and that's all it is.
So
and it's a
then
civil,
be polite about
but
it,
it's
be
a
decent about
civil
it.
issue, isn't it? It's,
So does that mean you shouldn't abide by it?
I mean, it comes down to the individual, and like I said, I don't plan on spending all day here.
know you don't.
I just want to finish getting the shots of the vehicles, and I got some really interesting footage of that smashed up vehicle, the different coloured units and that you got. You told me a bit of information about that
And ultimately,
one.
you're not seeing a lot in theory. If it's just about vehicles, you're going to see them on a public road, aren't you?
Yeah, but then I can't crouch down, get the angles that I want to get the pictures that I want, because I do like doing the photography side of it as well.
So then people need to be aware that you're here. So that the organisation needs to know you're here, don't they?
No, not
For
really.
your safety, health and safety, isn't it? They need to know who's on site,
Right. But then
and so that people can be aware, so that you can be supervised, because you might stumble into something that you shouldn't be seeing and doing.
well, again, and that comes down to my argument of it needs to be more secured. Then, in my
when
opinion.
you've been asked to leave, you leave.
But then, but then, all right. So
what's the difference between having a gate in your way or somebody saying you're not allowed in?
Okay.
There's no difference.
So because I've been asked to leave, right? I could have already seen things that I'm not supposed to
Yes, you
see,
could, yeah.
and I could have that on camera. I could do whatever I wanted with that.
Yep. Fine.
So it's potentially already too late.
However, now's your time to leave. Or stand at the main gate where the public have got access to on the public footpath. Because this isn't a public area, is it? Just because there's no gate or fence, it's not a public area.
I would say
What
it is.
Where's the public footpath that comes through it?
Well, I would say that it's all openly accessible.
Where's the public footpath? That's not what I asked you.
So how do people get to their vehicles if people aren't allowed to walk down here?
Because we're entitled to be here, because our vehicle, because we work here. So
Okay.
we have that implied.
But there's
permission
nothing
to be
stopping
here.
a
We're not
member. There's
trespassing.
nothing stopping a member of public coming and parking in your car park. There's no barriers to stop it. The only barrier that is there is wide open. So I could have
But
brought
there's
my bike
also a
up here and
sign
parked
that
it here.
tells you must report to reception when you do arrive, so they know you're here and they know your vehicle is here. So let's if we're going to have to follow one rule, as in there's a gate or there's a sign saying you're not allowed, let's follow the one that says please report to or must report to reception when you get here. What have you got to hide? You've got nothing to hide.
No, but like I said, they're not going to give me a visitor's pass because I won't give them my names. You know,
Which means they're not going to grant you permission to be on the site, which is what's happened now.
But then, okay,
Does
so
that make it right?
I think sometimes we will go into somewhere we don't realise, and then someone says, "I'm sorry, I did that
Yeah,
recently." Drove
possibly,
somewhere and
yeah.
they said, "I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's a private road." And I
You
went,
shouldn't be down
"I'm
here."
so sorry, I didn't realise." And then
Yeah.
I went.
Yeah.
So sometimes we do go on to things we don't realise, but once it's been brought to your attention,
yeah,
Fair dues.
you can leave if you want to, and then if not, it's civil trespass, isn't it? And then there's, you know.
but do you really want the I wouldn't want the aggravation, you know?
Yeah, I know. This is the
Yeah,
other
but-
van.
I mean, to
getting
be
this
fair,
conversation
to be
filmed
fair,
on
the
YouTube.
reason that I'm waiting is because at the moment we know that this is a civil.
The reason
No,
you're waiting is because you want to see
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening
but no,
here
because I
to
want
get
to see. I want to see
reaction,
if he
get
tries to
views.
find any powers that he can abuse for a civil trespass issue.
I just want to get on with what I need to do, bud.
Well, crack on then.
Realistically, yeah, but what I've explained to you is that I cannot leave you here. Okay, you're a security risk to everybody on this site, all the vehicles that are present here. You're causing us all sorts of problems.
How am I
All need
security
to do
risk?
is go.
Security risk in what way?
Because, as I've explained to you, our
secure
response
site.
unit is based here.
Right.
I don't
Vehicles
know
that
who
we
you
don't
are.
want members of the public to know what they are, because that could compromise future operations and what we do.
Well, like unmarked vehicles and stuff.
Exactly that.
I think unmarked vehicles are wrong. If I ever see constables in
Okay,
uniform
well,
in a marked vehicle, I always dox the
I'm not
registration.
gonna debate that, but
To be
that's-
honest,
that's the issue.
I do, because I think they're completely wrong. But
I take the point that
There we
you
go.
walk around here, and I agree that is ridiculous and always has been, and I don't know
Yeah.
why our bosses haven't sorted that out.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But what I need you to do is to just go back onto the public part of the site, and then we can carry on with what we're doing. You can stay there as long as you want, and everybody wins.
Fly your drone over here. Happy days.
That's all I'm asking you to do.
I think it's fair.
Can't get
enough,
politer than
though,
that, can
isn't
you?
it, know?
I mean, maybe.
What
You're struggling
exactly
to say
are
no,
you
aren't you?
after? I know you say, but
Pardon?
what are you exactly after here? Are you after somebody
I'm just after to be
to
left
come and
alone.
say, "Yeah, but we can't do that, can
To be
we?
honest.
Aren't we all?
We
You can.
can't do that. We
can.
can't. We can't do it.
You can.
No,
I mean,
we
no,
cannot.
you're saying you can't, but you can. I've had
Yes,
inspectors
you
leave
can.
me alone
We
on police
could, but we're not-
headquarters.
we wouldn't be right to, would we?
I've had inspectors leave me alone on police headquarters before. They come and have a
Have
chat.
you been here before?
Not here, no.
Oh.
But I've had inspectors come to me before and ask me what I'm doing and challenge me, and that's fine. And I tell them exactly the same thing that I told you. I'm here to make a video. I'm here to get some shots of your marked vehicles. And they're like, they have a quick chat with me. As
It
soon as they've
might-
ascertained that I am not any threat to anybody, which I think is quite obvious. If I was any threat to anybody right now, I'd be a lot more aggressive. I wouldn't stand here waiting around. I'd
Oh,
want to
you
be.
would be
I'd want to be. I'd want to be
Oh, you
shifting.
would be
I'd want to be shifting pretty more quickly, I reckon. But you know,
It's not just your issue, but it's the information that you obtain that somebody else then views and does something with.
all the information that you can get from Google Earth, and that I'm going to get with my drone.
Quite possibly. But,
So there you
but
go.
My own personal conscience, when I go home tonight, I know that I've not allowed that to happen.
So from the 40 odd people that might watch my video,
I don't know.
you know,
One of those might be an international super mega terrorist who uses that information to disrupt one of our.
they could
operations
be.
and
They
people
could
get
be. But a
killed.
super, what do you say, an
That's-
international super mega terrorist?
Yeah, that's the problem.
So one of those could easily use Google Earth, Google Street Maps,
but we
and they
can't
could come and do
change
hostile
that.
reconnaissance by themselves, couldn't they? They could come and fly their own drone, do their own hostile reconnaissance if they really wanted to cause that much of a threat to you. You know, they're not going to trawl through Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever to find one of these videos on the off chance that they might catch the one place that they want to catch.
They do things called hostile reconnaissance. They go and look at vulnerable buildings. They go and look at police premises, see how they can disrupt what we do to obtain information about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
we
saying.
do.
They would come and do that themselves, wouldn't they?
Well, no, but if they can just sit in their armchair and watch your video on the internet, they don't need to. And that's my point. I'm sure you're an absolutely stand-up guy. You're not involved in that world, and you wouldn't want to be involved in that world in any way. But that is the issue, and that's why you can't be here.
So I can fly my drone over, but that's not an issue. And I can get exactly the same footage. If not, probably.
Yeah, as long as you're licensed by the CIA and you do all
I don't have a
those things
license.
and you're all sorted,
I don't have a license.
That's another issue to deal with on another day.
Well, not really. You can deal with it when I go
Again-
fly my drone, so I don't have a
again,
license.
You know, all you're doing is looking to provoke a reaction, which is what you'll get. Because naturally, we want to protect our assets, we want to protect what we've got, because ultimately we're here about keeping people alive and keeping people safe. And we can't do that if all our information is out there and everybody can see it.
Information like what? Your marked vehicles that are in the public domain anyway. All vehicles are in the public domain. All
Okay,
registrations.
haven't we? I've explained it to you. I've explained what the issue is. Okay,
Yeah.
it's sensitive information being looked at and used on those computers that people can't do if you're stood in the window filming them through the window. If we leave you here unattended, we don't know what you're looking at and what you're doing.
So I was just trying to read what that badge says. Unity. No, the Unity one. On.
Yeah, that's from the Commonwealth Code.
From Commonwealth. Okay, does your uniform policy allow you to wear badges on your uniform? It doesn't.
Well, Who's got the uniform on and who might know, but yeah.
Well, considering I have copies of the
What
uniform
is your,
policies,
what is your
you're only
YouTube
allowed to
channel?
wear pins and badges on designated flag days and special special
If you want
days.
to tell the Chief Constable, I'm sure he'll come down.
Oh, where was it? 1823. Just make sure I get a good picture of that. And obviously defacing the flag, especially after the Queen's just died. I think that's very disrespectful, and with a rat on it as well. Quite fitting for, you know, what you do at the job.
What the Queen
But
would have thought about you now taking a police officer's time.
well,
Did you think she'd have thought this was a bit disrespectful to the uniform, to the police? Or,
No,
I don't
not
know,
really.
I'm just, you put the Queen in there.
not really. I mean, I'm exercising a right of freedom of expression, but
You are.
yeah,
And we're saying where you can do that.
Yeah.
Out the front,
there you go.
not somewhere that's private. Simple as that, isn't it? What is your YouTube channel? Oh, you must have a YouTube channel.
Pardon?
I'm going to want to watch this later. What is your YouTube?
I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Yeah.
Under what?
I don't know. I don't name
I
it.
guess audit Suffolk Constabulary as well.
I don't name it like bizarre
That
stuff.
would be quite obvious.
Yeah, you'll find it. It won't be difficult.
Well,
Has anybody got body cameras on?
Mine's on. Good.
Yours is on. Is there a reason you didn't tell me that you turned it on?
Don't need to tell you.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. College of Police.
We're going around in circles again. No, I don't.
College of Police in 2014. All constables must verbally announce when they turn their body cameras on under GDPR. So,
So what's the difference?
it's let me finish. Look, let me finish telling this constable what his policy is, because under GDPR, I have the right to access that footage now. Now, if you haven't told me that I've been recorded, how am I supposed to know that there's footage for me to access, constable? Under REPA, the Regulations of Investigatory Powers Act, by not telling me, and you don't have a sticker on yours saying audio and visual recording, so what you're actually doing, so a light, you think that's enough? A light could mean on standby. A light
Makes
could,
noise when you turn it on, which you did when I turned it on.
right? And that noise, yeah, you know what that noise
Somebody who
means.
attends the police premises and does this sort of thing would expect to be filmed by a police officer.
You know what
Because
that,
as
you know
police
what that
officers
noise
wear
means.
cameras,
You know what that light means. A member of the public doesn't. You can't assume that a member of the public knows that, can you? So what you're doing is actually covertly recording me, which is against REPA and actually is an indictable offence, isn't it?
I'm sure you can add that to your complaint.
I will. You scrolling through your Tinder matches, any luck?
No.
Or is it Grindr? Which do you prefer? You're looking for any legislation right now, aren't you?
As I've explained to you, I've got a lot to do, and I can't be stood here waiting with you. And if I can find a way of speeding that process up and getting you away from this area, then that's exactly what
So
I'm going to do.
which legislation are you looking at for our personal interest? I might be able to aid you and help in that.
I probably don't think you can help me, to be fair.
You'd be surprised how much I know about legislation. You don't know what I'm trained in, what my educational background is.
I know you've got too much time on your hands. So
Oh, I do.
that's why you're still here.
I do have a lot of time on my hands. What are we at? 43 minutes. Yeah, I'll probably wrap that up, to be fair, and go get the drone footage in and do it that way. Which way was that again?
That way. Come on in. Let's go on.
You're going to walk with me, are you?
Yeah.
Fair
Come
enough.
on. I do the exercise.
Me too.
Yeah.
The jacket hides a lot of the job.
I used to have a GXX 1000.
Oh, what
But I had to
the...
get rid of it because I'm getting old.
Was that Suzuki?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's just got the
you know?
my dad's just got the 1250, the new Suzuki 1250 GSXR.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he was the first one in his area to get it because it was meant to come out in November last year, and there was just so much backlog with it.
All the COVID
I don't think so. I think there was just a lot of backlog with parts and stuff. So he didn't end up getting it till April, May.
Right.
And he was still one of the first. I think he wasn't the first one in his area to get it. He's seen a few more around now, but yeah, they're very nice bikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the one I got, you know, when they very first came out, was it 2001, was it? And I got one of the first, so it was the K1.
Okay, nice.
But I had to get the blue and white one.
Yes,
And
yeah,
they said
yeah,
to me, oh, you've got to wait for that. Will you have the red and black? And I went,
No, you got to wait.
It's got to be a blue and white
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on a big bike. I'm just on a 125 at the moment.
It's a bike, though, mate.
Yeah, it's good fun.
You can't explain to people.
No, you can't unless
what
you've
it's
ridden.
like when you're out on a bike.
Yeah, unless you've ridden, you
Unless
just
you've
can't.
ridden, because you say, well, just being out in the fresh air, and they look at you and you think, you're
Yeah,
mad.
this is you can go fast in a car, but going fast on a bike and feeling the wind against you, and really feeling that you know
Yeah.
one wrong move, one wrong little turn, one speed bump, one pothole, and knowing that you're like in control in a split second, your
Yeah.
life or death. It's exhilarating, isn't it?
Oh, you just cannot explain
Nah.
it. I mean, I went across to France on my bike with my other half, and because you can go a little bit quicker. Well, you can't, but you can. We were on the old motorway, and I got up to 186 miles an hour. But do you know what?
Don't admit that on camera.
No,
you
no,
do,
no.
you get arrested in a minute.
No. And the thing that,
Yeah.
the thing that got, there was no peripheral vision. There was nothing, and I did it for a little while, and it legit out of me. So I just came off the old gas. But
Oh,
yeah.
don't blame you. Yeah, no, I can't get that
and
fast
from-
on mine.
And even right back up there,
Yeah.
you thought you were there within that
Yeah.
much because of the speed.
Oh god, yeah. See, mine doesn't have that kind of torque. Mine, literally, I think the fastest I've ever gotten it was around 80, and that's down here with the wind at my back.
What, going like that?
Yeah, hunched down. That's it. Streamlining.
Yeah.
Yeah, streamlining as you go, like just doing everything you can to get that extra mile an hour.
Oh my god, yeah. Or you get behind like a big, well, hopefully they don't stop, but a big vehicle so you can get.
Yeah. I tell you what, I don't like being behind the big, like, because as soon as I come out from behind the lorry,
Yeah.
you get like the draft off the side and it wobbles you like hell.
Yeah.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with the 125. They're not safe for that because I don't have the power always to overtake it, but I'm
But-
going fast enough that I'm creeping up on it.
Yeah.
But then like try and overtake it, and then like because the wind hits you back, then you end up like stuck in a stalemate with it, and
So,
then
do you think you would get a bigger one, go for a full license?
oh, eventually, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Oh mate, you got to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I like the cruisers. I've got a cruiser.
You got a cruiser?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done Route 66 and Highway 1.
Have ya?
Fat Boy and
Nice.
Electric Glide. Oh,
Fair.
nice
There we go.
memories. Anyway.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
And
you, mate.
you.
All right,
Alrighty,
you take care.
care.
All right.
Cheers.
Take care. honey.
Alrighty. I might just pop up to the pit quickly, but that's a different part, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll get you thrown out.
Yeah.
All right, you take care.
Alrighty. Yeah, and you. Take care. So there we go. We will put in a complaint about that constable, specifically about his body-worn camera, because he's adamant that he didn't have to tell me. So yeah, we will get that done. There we go, guys. That wraps up here at Suffolk Police Headquarters. Got some nice aerial footage there of the site, and lovely chat with the female driving instructor, and not so lovely chat with the PC. But yeah, until the next one, guys, stay safe and ta-ra.